Welcome to Storytime at the Roo Bus, a weekly podcast where we discuss Okeechobee Music and Arts Festival. I'm Brooklyn.
I'm Daniel, and yeah, Brooklyn's right. This week we're going to take a detour from Bonnaroo just a little bit. We're going to talk about Okeechobee because, you know, this is basically kicking off festival season 2023.
Let's go.
This is the first kind of sort of major festival that's happening this year. There's a pretty good lineup. I think Roo's is objectively way better, but this is going to be a lot of fun. Okeechobee, we found last year when we went to our first one, is basically spring break for Wooks, and it's amazing for it, right?
Yeah.
It's much more chill. There's a far smaller population. How many people would you guess were there last year? About?
I don't know. I'm bad at counting.
Did you count all 20 or 30,000 people that were there? That's what I would guess it was.
Well, like I said, I'm bad at counting.
Yeah. How many things are sitting over there? How many glasses are sitting right there?
37.
Yeah, 30. There's 2. So she is pretty bad at counting.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk more about Okeechobee here in just a few moments. So yeah, it's mostly just me and Brooklyn here with you tonight. Charlotte is here on the other side of the couch, but she's had a long day at work. So you might hear her shout at me from across the room, I suppose. Say hi, Charlotte.
Hello.
Yeah, so you might hear that. If I'm wrong about something, she will let me know about it, I'm sure. She's shooting me the eye. But yeah, we're going to talk about Okeechobee here in a little bit. Me and Brooklyn are going to kind of sort of go through the schedule and give our picks for anybody else that is going. We did have a couple of other things I wanted to get to first before we go through all that. First of all, how have you been, Brooklyn? We haven't had you on in a while other than the bonus episode from Brazil. What have you been up to?
I've been doing stuff.
Really? What stuff?
Working on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping and stuff.
Sleeping and stuff. So a lot of stuff.
Lots and lots of stuff.
I understand. I have been trying to get back into stuff since we got back from our trip. Me and you only had like 2 weeks before we pack up the car and go on another one, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very excited. So everything's been going pretty good for you?
You could say that, yeah.
Do you want to share anything?
No.
No? Okay. Maybe she can tell you in person if we see you down in Florida, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah. We're going to have fun. We're going to take a road trip. I think we're going to stop at least 2 Buc-ee's on the way for some barbecue, and I'm going to get one of those little tables that we can have at our camp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about that here in just a little bit. I did want to talk with you about something that is kind of sort of related to Roo before we jump into Okeechobee. How did you like that Moon River lineup that just came out a couple of days ago?
This is pretty good. I only know like 5 people.
5? Okay.
I mean, I would go just to see Houndmouth, to be honest.
On
Saturday. And of course, our boys Flip Turn.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm thinking about going on that Saturday. And I'm really dying to see Camp.
But Hosier.
Yeah, your boy
and
Hosier.
And Noah Cyrus is on Sunday.
Would you rather go Sunday than Saturday if you only went one day?
Well, of course not. But, like, come on.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. You know, the best way I can think to describe Moon River over in Chattanooga is if Sunday of Bonnaroo was a 2-day city festival, where it's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more Americana, kind of got that kind of more chill vibe than
Definitely like relaxing folk music.
Yeah, a lot more. I actually had a really good impression of it when I went last year with Charlotte to go see Zach Bryan and a couple of other things. It's really, really well run. It's in a great location, kind of under the bridge over there. It's kind of on the north side of Chattanooga, across the river, like on the other side from where the aquarium is. You know that area. We've hung out at the cool hippie store over there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of that hippie store, and I can't.
I cannot. Charlotte, do you remember the name of the hippie store?
I cannot remember.
Oh, it's such a good name, too.
Yeah.
Chattanooga friends are going to be so mad
Yeah,
at
they're
us.
going to hate us for not remembering right now. There's a cool little ice cream store over there. There's a lot of cool stuff over there.
Tattoo shop.
Toy
store.
Oh, yeah. So
the thrift store.
There's a really good thrift store there?
Thrift store over there.
Oh, yeah. And a Walgreens.
And a Walgreens, too, Charlotte said. By the way, if you do go to that area of town, be careful parking at that Walgreens. They will tow you away if you're not careful. Sometimes they will. Oh, there's also that really cool like old-timey factory that has like a nice restaurant and like a bunch of weird stuff. I'm only remembering these things. I don't remember the names of these places. But anyway, this is all to say, that is a cool area of town where they have Moon River. You should go visit over there sometime if you can, even if it's not during Moon River. We're thinking about going Saturday maybe. I don't know. Me and Charlotte might be doing some other traveling. We'll see. I would really love to see Camp. I wanted to see them on one of those canceled Bonnaroo lineups. Never got the chance. So hopefully we will. And would love to see Flip Turn again. But me and you are going to get to see Flip Turn here in just about a week or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. talk about that here in just a moment. Before we do get into that, I wanted to give everybody a couple of small updates on our Roo-related stuff. Things are finally starting to get rolling. I cannot officially announce what I want to announce just yet, but if you've been hanging around on our Discord or know me personally, you kind of know what I have been trying to do. I am very, 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 very close to being able to officially announce that, but you should come see us on Wednesday for our party. That's all I can really say for now. It is going to be a lot of fun. We have announced that we are going to have Wanda there. We had her on a couple months ago. We got her confirmed. She's going to at least play a solo set for us. I'm hoping we can have her whole band, but she's going to be our opener for what is going to be a really fun party that Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about. Are you looking forward to it, Brooklyn?
Absolutely.
We've been wanting this for years. Also, we are getting some of our other stuff in the works. We had a great call with Davis this past week. We talked about him last week. He put together that pitch for the queer dating show, kind of a game show. We're going to be working together with him on some of the speed dating stuff that we're going to be doing. So more to come on that. Just wanted to let you know a little bit as we move closer. Check the link section on our website that Charlotte has put together. I think you can find the link in the bio of various things, right, Charlotte? She's giving me a thumbs up, so I think we're good to go there. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and Charlotte is going to help me thank the Patreons and some stuff. And then after that, me and Brooklyn are going to go over everything Okeechobee. Hey, Charlotte is with us for just a moment or two. You feeling all right, Charlotte?
I am so super tired. I had a really super long day at work.
All right, so we won't keep you around too long. Hey, before we do jump into the Patreon stuff, can you tell me real quick how you liked Moon River last year when we went to see your boy Zach?
I thoroughly enjoyed Moon River. I mean, I think it's a great little festival.
Yeah, I love the template that they have there. I really wish that AC Entertainment would take what they got over there and do something similar here in Huntsville. But that'd be cool. That's a conversation for another day. What we are here to talk about, though, is besides Brooklyn putting a camera in my face, we're going to talk about our Patreons.
So everybody knows by now, it's at patreon.com/Roobus.
Yeah, I had to edit this because I almost said roobus.com/Patreon, but what Charlotte said is right. It's patreon.com/Roobus.
Yes, patreon.com/Roobus. 80% of it will go to the Bonnaroo Works Fund, and then the remaining 20% will go to supplies for the
party on Wednesday.
Our
Patreons will decide how we blow that money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have a lot this year. I talked about that last week, but it's going to be at least $2,000. So good chunk to the Works Fund and then a lot to our party. More on that here in the next couple of months. But Charlotte, can you thank our Patreons?
Yes. Well, just number one, I just wanted to thank them personally. I mean, just thank you guys so much. And I'm sure that the Bonnaroo Works Fund was very thankful as well.
Oh, heck yeah. I know they are.
Yes, but we're going to go over the names really quick. And apologies if I mispronounce anybody's name. Ernst, Jordan, Bill, Harris, Brian, Keith, Casey, Chloe Rose, Andrew, Dave, Amanda, Aaron, Nick, Maddie, Sean, McFerg, Andrew, John, Benjamin, Ross, Kent, Michael, Randy, Joshua, Madison, Scott, Greg, Eric and Ben, Beyond the Hypnotic.
That's
Jace.
You know that's Jace?
Evan, Jay, Chloe, and Sean.
Thank you, everybody. Again, it's at patreon.com/Roobus. And I think Brooklyn was keeping count. How many Patreons is that now?
I don't know. I was just using my finger.
Oh.
Like I said, I can't count.
I know.
She already said she's bad at counting.
I know, but I saw her counting. I wanted to see if
Quit
anything
trying to
had
pressure
changed.
me.
No, there's no pressure. But again, patreon.com/Roobus. We're going to have a big donation to the Works Fund, and we will have quite a bit left over for our Wednesday party. There's so much I want to tell you about the Wednesday party, but I can't officially announce it yet. You will know soon, though, I hope. Okay, thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Woo! All right, she's going to go sit down now. She's tired. She's been working all day. Oh, my goodness. Are you okay?
No.
She has entered what she has told me is crackhead hour.
Yes.
Is it? It is.
Crackhead hour.
Is it the bewitching hour? It is that hour.
Yeah.
All right, Brooklyn, let's get it under control because we're going to take the rest of the episode to talk about Okeechobee. I am so glad that we ended up going last year because I kind of fell in love with it. It's very different than Bonnaroo, but very similar in a lot of ways. I wanted your help to explain to everyone what is the same, what is different, and everything. So We kind of mentioned about this earlier. It's a much smaller crowd. I want to say it's at least half the crowd that it is at Bonnaroo, right?
That would be one of the obvious differences.
Yeah. The campground situation is kind of the same. You got, a separated deal with the campgrounds to their version of Bonnaroo. The one difference with their version of Bonnaroo is there's only 2 large stages inside of there. And a lot of the stages that would be tents at Bonnaroo are kind of like spread out in the campgrounds, right?
In the forest.
In the forest?
By the beach.
Can you tell them a little bit about those that are like inside the campgrounds?
Honestly, I didn't really visit those as much as I should have last year.
You went to the jungle stage with me once or twice.
I did not go with you at all.
You didn't?
No.
Wow, my memory is fuzzy. Did you ever go in there?
I went with the other half of our crew.
Okay.
Once, and that was on the first night.
And you never went back?
Never went back.
I went back a few times.
Well, there's also the one by the beach, Okeechobee. That one's pretty cool. I went to that stage probably 3 times.
I think I only went once or twice.
Can't even remember who I saw there.
I don't know. Well, that's one thing. They never tell you who's playing. There's not a sign like there is at some of the stages at Roo. You gotta look at your phone.
Okeechobee is more of like a get lost and wander around kind of festival.
Oh, yes. And I loved it for that.
Go with the flow. Don't dedicate... obviously pick a few good acts that you really want to see, but like don't go into the festival like and dedicate a whole day to seeing a show.
Yeah.
You gotta like wander around to like the different venues and go see all the art, meet some people. Definitely has the same friendly vibe. I will say it is definitely a younger vibe, I would say.
Florida Man Jr. is kind of sort of there.
Yeah, but it's pretty neat.
I really enjoyed the art. I'm glad you brought that up because I will say that I think Okee is a step or two above Bonnaroo in that department. At Bonnaroo, we have a cool LED arch and a lot of other structures and everything, but I really felt like there was bigger and more creative and more art at Okee than there is at Roo these days. And I really appreciated that.
A huge thing, I would say, and this might just be my experience. I will say my experience is not your experience, and our experience is not everybody else's experience.
That's true.
But for me last year, like, I got the whole thing where, like, Bonnaroo is all about reaching outwards, like, towards other people. For me, Okee felt more of, like, reaching inwards.
Ooh.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. I guess it's one of those deals where you have to experience it to really get it, right?
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I do know. I know because I know.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I guess.
You do know? Yeah. But other than those kind of things, a lot of it is very similar to Roo. The only other thing that I would say is a big difference is a lot of things are much more chill there. The security, we found, it may not be the same for everyone, but we found it was a lot more chill. Everyone's vibe there was a little bit more chill. At Bonnaroo, you got a good handful of people that are like, oh, I got to go to this show, and this show. But like Brooklyn was kind of alluding to, it's a little bit more loosey-goosey at Okee. You just kind of go where things take you.
Something that I really like about Okeechobee that I thought was pretty cool is in comparison to Bonnaroo, Okeechobee feels a little bit more exclusive.
Ooh, how do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess like just overall, like you're protected by like all of these different forests. There's a lot more nature there. It's like a whole creek. I mean, I wouldn't recommend getting in a creek, but it's just, I don't know. There's like there's just something about it that just feels safer to me. Like, cause like you're out in the campgrounds and like there's so much sun. Not really a lot of shade and trees to protect you from the sun.
That's true.
At Okee, there's trees everywhere, and it just feels, I don't know, it just feels safer. Because Bonnaroo's, like, out in the open.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, I like the caress that Okeechobee kind of has.
I get what you're saying. We talked a little bit about Moon River at the top of the show, and it's very much a boutique festival. It's only about, like, I want to say 10 to 15,000 people. And, Bonnaroo is at an epic scale when there's 80,000 people. But this is kind of in between those things. So it feels like a big festival like Roo, but it also has the smaller attendance and kind of like smaller square footage of a boutique festival. I don't really know of any other festivals that's in that range like Okee is, and I appreciate that for being what it is. It's easy to get from place to place. You don't feel overwhelmed. There's not so many people that you feel a little claustrophobic. There's a lot of things that are really going well for it. Now, I'm sure they would love to have 80,000 people there like Roo does for ticket sales. But for where it is now, I love it. In fact, I think it's kind of suspected there's going to be an even smaller attendance this year because let's be honest, once the Bonnaroo lineup came out and had a lot of these same artists and much more, I think it kind of cut them at the knees in terms of sales. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a good chunk of people less this year than what me and you experienced last year. And I got to be honest, I'm really looking forward to that.
The thing that bugs me though is the single day passes. I mean, we don't have like actual experiences with that because we didn't go in 2020. But just reading all of the horror stories, I'm kind of nervous about it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But hopefully it won't be too bad.
A lot of people on the Okee Reddit have been talking about how theft was really bad last time they had single day passes. I've been thinking ahead about that. You know, there's certain security things that you want to, kind of plan for. We've been thinking about some. I encourage everybody else who may be going to Okee to think along those lines as well, So, Brooklyn, I think we have talked plenty about kind of the similarities and differences between Okee and Bonnaroo. Do you want to dig into the actual schedule and lineup so we can give kind of what we're looking forward to when we get down there next week?
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, I know. We had to go through some of those things. So let's go through this day by day. Let's start with Thursday. Ladies first. What are you looking forward to on Thursday?
Oh, boy.
Thursday's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a warm-up day.
Excision's all right, yeah.
So sell me on Excision. Why should I be excited for Excision?
Don't know. I don't know anything about Excision.
You don't? You just know it's a big name?
I don't really listen to them.
Okay. I don't either. I know it's a big name, but
yeah.
It's not really my variety of EDM.
All I know is that compared to Subtronics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't hate me, guys. Don't hate me.
Hate the game, not the player.
I will be there.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, whatever.
So Thursday,
Soul Clap looks fun.
Ooh, yes, I did listen to that. I did enjoy that. Thursday, I think the biggest name that I'm excited to see is one that has been recommended for not only Okee but for Roo is Daily Bread. I keep hearing so many good things about Daily Bread. Like if you liked a lot of EDM from about 10 years ago, you will really love this. It's a little bit more soul, funk inspired. Ooh, I can't wait. I think there's going to be a very good crowd at that. I'm also looking forward to Mild Minds. That's somebody that I listen to a lot when I'm getting inspiration for some of the mixes that I fool around with. And also, I'm really looking forward to Golden Features. I've been listening to them for years. They do some work with Odessa sometimes. So I haven't ever seen them live. That's going to be fun. There's no conflicts there. That's something else that's great about the schedule that came out a week or so ago. No big conflicts. Did you notice that?
I haven't even looked at the lineup.
Oh, well, we are looking. You have looked at the lineup.
I looked at the lineup. I haven't looked at the schedule.
Yeah. So we're going through that together. Anything else stand out to you on Thursday before we jump to Friday?
Not Mass Prod, I guess.
Mass Prod?
I don't know.
Okay. You got to go see Daily Bread with me and Zach and some of our buddies, though. I think you're going to like that.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Okay. Let's jump over to Friday. We've got a big night that night. We'll get to that in a moment. But is there anything else other than this great lineup on the B stage that you want to call out?
Recno.
Ooh.
Sun Squabby.
I love me a good wook band like Sun Squabby. So, do we want to talk about like our plan for that Friday night? Because it's going to get wild.
I have not looked at this lineup
since
it dropped.
So here's what we're going to do. Brooklyn. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I want to check out Sun
Lil
Squabby.
Yachty.
Oh, yes. Look, here's the plan. Me and you are going to go see Hippocampus. They play close to 7 o'clock. And on the same stage, we get this. We get Hippocampus and then Lil Yachty. I did not think in the year of our Lord, 2023, that I would be saying this, but I'm so pumped to get on the rail for this Lil Yachty show.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty
That new album is mind-blowing. When I listened to it for the first time, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Our buddy Andrew from Atlanta recommended this on Twitter, and me and him have very similar music tastes. Like, we love like Tame and King Gizzard and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, if he's saying this Lil Yachty album is good, I need to check this out. I was 10 minutes into it, and I'm just like, what? I woke up the next morning, and I was almost like, I was a kid wanting to play with a new toy again because like I love that album so much. But anyways, this is the first time that he's going to be playing that music is Friday night at Okee.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
And so we got that, and then after that, you wait on the rail for another hour, and we got Odessa.
Yeah.
Are you?
And then after that,
Oh yeah.
Sullivan King.
Yeah.
I know he's kind of controversial right now with the whole Scientology crap, but
Well, I was
I'm
telling.
sorry guys, I haven't seen Sullivan King yet, and I got to see Sullivan King.
I was telling Brooklyn earlier that stuff is weird, but I also enjoy Mission Impossible movies, so that's all I'll say, I suppose. But I do want to go see Goose for a little while after Odessa. Are we going to have to split, or are we going to go to both of those? What are you thinking?
I don't know.
I'm going to go see Goose. I got to give a shout out to our buddy Kara. She is like big in the Goose community, and I promised her I was going to go see him for a little bit, send her some pictures and stuff. So I'm going to at least a big chunk of that. I will check out a little bit of Sullivan King with you. Are we going to have to split and meet back at camp?
I hope not.
I hope not. I think that's going to be one of those deals where we get there and see how it goes, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We'll try that out.
Go with the flow. Let me do Saturday.
Okay, you want to do Saturday?
Yeah, I want to do
Let's
Saturday.
go ahead and jump to Saturday. What do you got for Saturday?
So the one that I like, the one that completely sold me on Okeechobee this year, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is so crazy because right after you got the tickets for Okeechobee, Earth, Wind, and Fire came to Huntsville, and my mom got us free tickets to go see them. But I had to work that day.
Yeah, something was happening for me and Charlotte that night.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like seeing them here versus seeing them at a music festival would be two completely different vibes.
Well,
but Earth, Wind, and Fire, yes.
let me take
yes,
a
yes.
side
And
step for
local
just a
natives.
moment.
I'm
Oh,
gonna cry.
We'll talk about that in a second. You were talking about like Earth, Wind, and Fire playing like the Orion Theater over here. There's just something different about seeing any kind of act like that at a festival as opposed to seeing them at like an actual amphitheater where you can
Yeah.
move around like in a field and meet buddies and see totems and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, I just personally have a way better time seeing somebody like that at a festival. But we can talk about that another day. Yes, local natives. I've never seen them. You haven't either, right?
Never seen them.
Can we get on the rail?
Wanted to see them since 2012.
I'm so excited to finally see them. What else you got on Saturday?
Oh my gosh.
You want to see Big Boy from
I mean,
Outkast?
I guess, yeah.
So fresh and so clean.
So fresh and so clean.
Clean.
Princess Nokia.
You know, the powwow is that night, too. That's their version of the Super Jam.
Yeah,
We got to check that
yeah.
out. After Grizz,
Boogie Trio.
do you know
Like-
them? I don't know them very well.
Look them up. They're pretty
Okay.
freaking amazing.
I'll check it out.
They have like soul, so good,
Yeah.
so good. I showed you a song by them.
You did. I remember now, yes. Oh, and we just listened to Mustard Service. I was actually kind of liking them.
Yeah,
I'm vibing on
Service
Mustard
is pretty
Service.
cool.
That's a weird and funny name.
Heck yeah.
Anything else on Saturday?
Da, da, da.
Our buddy Christy is big on The Whittler.
Oh hell yeah! I didn't even see his name.
The Whittler.
My brain's not working correctly.
That's okay. Mine never is. You want to jump to Sunday?
Absolutely.
All right. So Sunday's looking pretty good.
Oh,
Our buddies
Sunday?
Flip Turn are playing that afternoon. We got to go see them.
All I have to say is Light Code by Ellis Dream. Meet me there. We'll do a.
That's going to be fun.
Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. I've always wanted to do the Light Code set with Ellis Dream. It's gonna be so
Is that
cool.
late that night? Is that with the
I'm pretty sure
11
that's gonna
p.m.
be-
set?
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be in the morning.
It says 11 p.m. LS Stream.
Well,
On Sunday.
Ellis Dream, his like actual set.
Oh,
his
okay.
Light Code
So he has
set,
multiple things.
That's what I told you is like the sound bath, the meditation
Yeah.
thing. That's probably gonna be in the morning.
I would totally go. That sounds like a lot of fun. Actually, I'm looking at the schedule now, and it is at 11 a.m.
Woo!
at the Here stage. So he plays at both 11. He plays at 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. So it's two different kinds of
I
sets.
love that man. I cannot wait to see him.
That'll be fun.
I'm so ready.
I want to give a shout out
Ooh,
to
the Dirty Heads.
I don't know them well. What do they play?
Reggae.
Okay, yeah, I'm there. I like a good reggae band. Right before them is this EDM
More
act
like
that I've
beach,
gotten big
beach
on.
Wave.
Beach Wave?
Yeah.
Before them, I recommend Big Pig with 2 eyes in either word.
Flip Turn.
It's a weird name, but they're pretty cool. Yeah, Flip Turn, of course.
Yeti.
Are me and you going to go rage at Turnstile?
Absolutely.
Did you see that Grizz is really big on Turnstile?
Yes.
He's been really hyping them up and saying that he's going to that show.
Oh my god, I'm so ready for Turnstile.
What if you get up close for Turnstile and you end up
These
raging
people
with
are
Grizz?
not ready. These people are not ready for the mosh pit. I'm also not ready for the mosh pit. I will be staying
not
far away
prepared.
from that.
Are you sure? I want to get up in
I
that.
do not do mosh pits.
I enjoy a good mosh pit. I was sucked up into the vortex at King Gizzard at Roo last year, and it was amazing.
Well, this is going to be a violent mosh pit.
Well, okay, cool. Do you want to go to Knocked Loose at Roo also?
No.
Charlotte, do you want to go to Knocked Loose?
I'm good.
She's good. Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm going to have to. All right, Pondo, if you're listening, you're going to Knocked Loose with me.
Tie-dye Kai.
Here's the problem, though. Tie-dye Kai is the same time as Flip Turn.
Are you kidding me?
No, look at the schedule.
You said there was no conflict.
Well, that's the one for us.
Are you serious?
Yes.
The exact same time. Oh my God.
We
I'm
might have to run back and
so
forth.
Mad right now. Now and here.
Yes.
I don't even remember those stages.
Also, I want to point something out to you and others that are listening too. There is a slot on the Incendia stage, which we didn't really mention. They have a cool stage that shoots fire. That's all you need to know. There is a thing at 11 p.m. that night, or thereabouts. No, it's at 1 a.m. It says special guest TBA. It is a very poorly kept secret that that's probably going to be Grizz. And a lot of people have been speculating that it's the Golden Hour set.
Look, if Grizz could like just pull up Tie-Dye Kai there for like maybe 2 songs
That'd
of
be
Tie-Dye
fun.
Kai songs. They're like completely different
Yeah.
genres, but still. Ugh.
So, Brooklyn, we went through every day. If you had to pick one act that is your must-see of the whole festival, who do you think it is?
Between Earth, Wind, and Fire and Local Natives.
Ooh, yes,
And
both of
Ellis
those are going to be
Dream.
fun.
Ellis Dream, all 3 of those. I cannot choose. Do not ask me to choose. I refuse.
I have chosen. Take a guess who I am choosing.
Little Yachty.
Yes, Lil Yachty. I cannot wait to see this. This is going to be so fun because it's the first time that he's done this live. I'm so excited.
Are we going to go clap cheeks at Baby Keem?
I don't know about that. Baby Keem is going to be at Roo. I mean, I respect the game, but it's not really something I've been listening to that I've really been into. I think it's curious that Baby Keem is a headliner. I mean, no disrespect, but I don't know. We'll see. It's just odd to me that 2 out of 3 of Okee's headliners are also at Roo and aren't headlining Roo.
I'd rather have Jid.
Jid?
Yeah.
J-I-D?
Jid.
Well, we got Jid at Roo.
I know.
You think Jid would have been a better headliner than Baby Keem?
Oh, 100%.
I'm not against the idea. All right, Brooklyn, we're heading out in a little over a week. We got a fun beach excursion on the way home. By the way, if you are driving down to Okee from a long ways away, I totally recommend that. You can get a good deal on a hotel at a beach on either coast of Florida on the way back.
Come party with us in Tampa.
Yeah, Clearwater, actually, right?
Yeah, this isn't the one that we got, though.
Yeah, but we'll be over there for a night. I think we're hanging with the Monkey Bar boys over at Clearwater, right?
Monkey Bar Boys.
Yeah, Dave and Richard. Shout out to them. I think they're going to be at the Roo Gru Camp this year. So I'm so excited for the Monkey Bar to kind of act as our living room for Group Roo Bus. And if you see Dave, bring him a bottle to donate to the Monkey Bar and just give him a hug. He just wants to hang out with everybody, right, Charla? That's the best thing for Dave is just sit there and like listen to his nonsense for a good while and just love up on him and be his best friend. He is the best friend to anybody that he meets.
He's so great.
Yeah. I have joked that if you ever do go to Burning Man like me and Charlotte did late last summer, the whole thing is a giant monkey bar because there's all these places that where you can just go up and meet a best friend and get a free drink just like at the Monkey Bar at Roo or the Monkey Bar at Okee now. What kind of special drinks do you think he might have for Okee?
That's a good question.
We've had the Manchester Mule. He's also had the liquid marijuana. I suppose we could have that down there again this year.
My favorite was a hand job in a creek.
Well, he said that it wasn't as good as the Sex on the Beach drink, so it was, the hand job in a creek. He's ridiculous, and we love him.
Yes.
Anything else this week, Brooklyn?
I think that's it.
That's it. Charlotte, anything from you this week?
No.
Charlotte's worn out. We'll be back with her on a full episode after we get back from Okee.
Hey, we should do some weekly picks.
Yeah, we should. I almost forgot. Do you have one? You should go first.
How about you go first?
I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. I have one very nerdy. Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
I was talking with Taco about this in the past week. I know he is big on this too. Me and him have both been watching season 3 of Star Trek Picard. The first 2 seasons were okay. Sometimes they weren't so okay, but it at least was passable. It was cool to have the captain back. But season 3 brings the whole cast back. And
Heck yeah.
I am so excited for it. The first episode is out, so it had Picard and Riker doing their thing, but also Dr. Crusher showed up. But in the next couple of episodes, they're getting the whole gang back together. The opening titles has the full Next Generation music in it, and my nerd heart is so happy. I think I have talked about this in our podcast before. I am not a Trekkie, but Next Generation is my favorite show of all time because it's wonderful sci-fi mystery stories, and the cast is so good. They are so positive. They just want to like explore the universe and do good, and there's a lot of like moral and ethical lessons. Them going back to it, even if it's the 3rd season, is amazing, and my heart is so happy to see them all back together again. So if you ever watched Next Generation and enjoyed it, if you skipped the last 2 seasons of Star Trek Picard, oh my gosh, it's so worth it. It's so good. The gang is back together, and I love it so much. Go check it out. Brooklyn, what's yours?
Well, first of all, how did you feel about seeing the actual USS Enterprise
Oh,
last
yeah.
week?
That was the first Enterprise. We saw the actual one that they used as a model for the original 60s show.
Yeah.
It was at the Smithsonian in Washington when we stopped by over there. That was awesome. I mean, I know it's just a model, like it's a glorified toy, but in reality, that was the Enterprise. So, yeah, again, I'm not a Trekkie, but I still couldn't help but nerd out about that a little bit. That was so cool.
Yes.
Yes. What's your pick?
Okay, so I found this show, guys, and it's really, 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 really great. Y'all should check it out. It's called Golden Girls. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, Golden Girls is such a dirty show if you think
I
about
love
it.
that show.
They're so
Anyways,
filthy.
No, this one's for my anime friends.
Uh-oh. A nerdy pick for her, too.
So, if you like Vikings and you haven't been on Netflix and you like anime, you're sleeping hard. This show is called Vinland Saga, and it's so, so good. It's on its 2nd season now. It gets emotional, and it's just, it's so good. I've been watching it with someone, and it's just been so wonderful. And also, we kind of have a pick together.
Yeah, I suppose we do. Me and Brooklyn went last Friday to see Ant-Man, the new one. Quantumania. I don't know why this movie is getting so many bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well,
Maybe
everybody can't believe that. Have you seen the crowd score?
No, I didn't.
The crowd score is like 87.
Oh, really?
And the Rotten Tomatoes, or like the critic score is like 45.
I kind of think that a lot of critics are just getting a little tired in general of the MCU.
Yeah, well, critics can suck a dick.
This one was kind of like a live-action version of a Rick and Morty episode.
It really was.
Like, so many weird things
don't
happen.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I won't talk about spoilers,
Don't
but...
talk about the reboot of Shark Boy and Lava Girl like that.
I mean, it very much was. I mean, I liked it, but
it was so
it really
good,
was.
Though. Please go see it if you... even if you don't like MCU, dude. Like, it's Paul Rudd. Come on.
I'm going to put it this
also,
way.
Bill Murray's in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not a spoiler. He was in one of the posters in the trailers. But yeah, Bill Murray is in it, and that was really funny. I like shrieked when he showed up. I'm like, oh! I was so happy. Everybody else in the theater was like, wait, what? And I'm like, why would you not be happy about Bill Murray?
It's Bill Murray.
If you don't shriek out of joy when you see Bill Murray, are you even alive? You're dead inside. It's ridiculous.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? Yes. I'm going to phrase this very carefully. If you enjoy certain things, like kind of Bud Light at Roo, you will enjoy this movie.
You should do Bud
in that
Light.
way.
You should drink the Bud Light.
That's
and
all
go
I will
and
say.
See Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be a fun thing to do.
For the same reason why you folks did this exact same thing for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Marvel movies really are turning into that, aren't they? It's like our modern day version of what 2001: A Space Odyssey was like.
Also, the new villain, he's just so beautiful.
Oh, Kang?
Oh, we love Kang.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan Majors is such a good actor.
We love him. We're gonna go see Creed just because he's in it.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors is like the bad guy in the new Creed movie, and he is like ripped.
Rooting for him.
Really? You want him to beat Michael B. Jordan?
No, I want him to beat all of the Avengers.
Oh, you want him to beat the... Okay. Okay, no spoilers, but go see Ant-Man and you'll see what we're talking about.
Specifically Sylvia, oh my god.
Oh, the Lady Loki from the TV show?
Ugh.
By the way, me and you were talking about this on
Spoilers,
text.
spoilers.
That is my favorite Marvel thing that has released in the past couple of years, the
Yes.
Loki show.
We have to discuss the Council of Kangaroos.
Yeah, I was trolling you on Twitter about this. Not the Council of Kangs, the Council of Kangaroos. But we can't say anymore. That's a spoiler.
Yeah,
So go see Ant-Man. We actually did really enjoy it. Some of the recent
it's hilarious.
some of the recent MCU movies I haven't enjoyed as much, but this one was solid. I really don't know why it's getting bad reviews. It was fun. Brooklyn, this has been a fun episode, me and you.
Yeah.
We got about 11 hours of this kind of bullcrap between the two of us on the road here in about a week.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there in God's country.
That's anywhere that you need it to be, whether it be at the Mini Roo site or in Brazil or wherever Earl happens to be.
Earl.
Yeah, shout out to our buddy Earl. He's a cool Roovian, lives in Kansas City. Shout out to him. He was at the Super Bowl victory parade in Kansas City. So I know him and some of our other friends, like Ryan, a lot of friends up in Kansas City who are happy they won the Super Bowl. Kansas City is a good place full of Roovians, right? Adrian and Blair are up there. I don't remember if they're big into the football, but hey, if the NFL team in your city wins the Super Bowl, that's got to be a big deal, right? So congrats to all of Roovians up in Kansas City. Feel happy for you. I know what it feels like. The Braves won the World Series 2 years ago, and I was feeling amazing for a very long time. We got to get to some ball games. We got some Roovian friends over in Atlanta that want to go to a Braves game with us.
Well, Huntsville just got a football club. Football. As in soccer.
Yeah, that kind of. When did they start playing? You remember?
The 6th of March.
Okay, that's cool. I will definitely go to a match. You don't call them a game when it's a football thing. It's a match, right?
Right.
Or a fixture. We also got the Trash Bandits coming up. We're going to go to a couple of games with them.
I'm kind of over the Trash Bandits,
Really?
to be honest.
Well, I am not, so if any Roovian is in town and wants to hit up a baseball game with us, me and Charlotte will gladly go with you. All right, I think we have been through the ringer and then some this week. Brooklyn, it's always fun having you on for one of these me and you episodes, especially about this. I'm really looking to this Bro and Sis road trip with you next week.
It's going to be fun.
We got to hit up at least 2 Buc-ee's. What else fun is there to do in Florida besides beaches and Okee? What do we got to do?
Got to go say hi to the manatees.
The huge manatee.
I got to see my manatee.
Yeah. This time I won't be able to make it over to KSC, but there is fun stuff going on over there. I'll get back one of these days. We're going to the other side of Florida. We went to KSC in Daytona last time. This time we're going to the Gulf of Mexico side. Go see what's happening. Tampa. I hear a lot of things about Tampa. I've never been there myself, so I will go check it out and report back and let you know what I think.
My Aunt Kay lives in Tampa.
Really? I have an Aunt Kay too.
I know.
That's wild. You know, is Tampa going to be what I saw in those Magic Mike movies? That was in Tampa.
No, it's going to be what you saw in Zola.
Oh.
For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, look up the movie Zola.
It's wild.
It's really good.
It's based on a true story, right?
Yes.
From a Twitter thread.
Yes.
That it's basically a movie about a Twitter thread.
It's mine and Charlotte's thing.
Oh, that's y'all's true story?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this true, Charlotte?
I don't know.
Oh.
She's crippled.
Oh,
Help
no. All right. On that note, we may be delayed next week.
She came bounding over.
Oh, my God. Clearly, we're almost done here. We may be delayed next week while me and Brooklyn are in Florida. I am hoping if things go over well, we might be able to do a mini episode from our campsite down at Okee, kind of like we did last year. That was actually one of my favorite episodes ever when we had Mitchell, peddling his nonsense and had all of our friends on.
Yeah.
We will try to do that next week while we are down there. We'll see. But if not, me and Charles will be back the week after that. We are starting to plan out a lot of really full episodes after that. We're going to do a lot of our panels. I understand you guys are going to bring back the all-woman version of the podcast sometime in the next month. Is that right? All right, she said yes, so that is a thing that's happening. We will have much more coming soon. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks to tell you about it. Anything else, Brooke?
Nope.
That's got it. All right, we will see some of you down in Florida next week. Until then, get out there and radiate positivity. She has passed. All right, we'll see you soon.